night, gentle people. Good night. Welcome to another episode of our Sports Frenzy podcast. I know that we're a bit late, and this is something that we're going to address going forward because we don't like to be over time in terms of we give you a particular time that we want to start it and we're late. So we're going to work on that going forward because we know that a lot of you set your alarm clocks for 8 o'clock and then we don't see us pop up at 8. You'll be like, you're gone about the business, so we miss out on your viewership. So we're going to work on that because we want you guys to be here on time as well. But big up to everybody in the comment section. Good night, good morning, good evening, good whatever it is, wherever you are watching us from. And remember, as you enter the chat, like the video. And for the moderators, come on, man, you're not doing your job enough, man. We need to see you guys telling the people to like the videos and all of that. Keep it going right through it. But as you can see, I'm here with the voice. When the man is on the show, his name is the voice. So we're here, the voice, tonight to talk about some football, a lot of football, EPL, UCL, and I would love if we had possible to touch on champs, but we'll save that for tomorrow because a lot of things to look forward to. And you know that champs is a big thing for Jamaicans overall. Well, not necessarily me, but I would like to just break it down a bit. So I think maybe tomorrow's show will be dedicated to champs. So, voice, what gonna say?
Everything good. Another week, another Monday. Can't complain. Ready to talk some football.
Facts. All right. So over the weekend, lot of action, man. And when I said nail biting down to the wire, and if you slip, you slide. This is what
hmm
EPL is about right now. Home stretch and all of that. But before I even go on any further, I have to do one thing. I have to big up Stephen Gerrard Ling, who comes on our cricket show. He was earlier on KLS talking about the Reggae Boys on scoreboard. So big up Stephen, real youth. And you did the podcast well because you know that you're a part of the show and you make us proud, man. So keep on keeping up the job and do the right thing. So big up Stephen. Now
Big up.
now I look at it now, Kems. You have Liverpool and they were feeling happy when they won that game by 2 goals to nil. And I can say that you predicted the scoreline correct. Jason also predicted the correct scoreline. So they beat Watford by 2 goals to nil. What do you say about that? Because I see some Liverpool fans run out and say at the top is just us for a couple of hours, but it's not them. But go ahead and talk about this game.
Well, I think at this time the aim is just 3 points. I don't think the teams really care, between them and Man City. I don't think the teams care, oh, if we play good or play bad. I think it's a results business. Down this stretch. But I think I say Watford they were complaining about the penalty that Liverpool got. They say it shouldn't have
Yeah,
been a penalty. But I don't know what Watford was complaining about because they were not in this game to me. I just think I just think Liverpool obviously was the better team. Liverpool they came out business like they knew what they had to do in order just get the 3 points and get out of there. They have I think the next game that they play is against City, isn't it?
Liverpool,
Uh,
correct.
yeah,
Sunday.
so that's going to be a big fixture. So I think that fixture really that determines the league. Honestly,
Okay.
I think that determines the league right there. That game, so they wanted to get out injury free and get the 3 points, and live to see another day. And that is exactly what they did.
Facts, fam. So I see Owen in the comment section. Big up Father Owen. I know that you predicted a big scoreline, but it wasn't to be. I see Lata in the comment section. She's laughing after you and I came saying that haha the voice team lost. She's also saying that her team drew while the host team Newcastle lost. I will say this to you, Lata. Yeah. I have two teams, and those two teams are Sports Frenzy and Males Podcast. Both of them are doing well, so I don't think neither the voice nor myself lost out on the weekend because we did well for the Males Podcast. As you know, last night was the season finale of season one. So next 2 weeks before you see us back on Males Podcast, so our teams are doing well. So no worries. But there's Starry saying that this world shall know pain. And I guess he's talking about City. And so Michelle in the comment section, big up Miss Michelle, I see Adrian Nicholson, big up herself, Pepe Paul, big up herself, and everybody else around the corner, big up yourself. Now, next game we're going to look at is Brighton against Norwich. Another one that Jason called correctly. He said that this would have been a nil-all draw and heading a nil-all draw. No, what has gone so amiss with Brighton Kim that it has reached a stage that the coach is now starting to blame the fans that when the fans tell the players to like when they try to score a goal and they might have to shoot. They might have
Mhm.
to shoot from all sort of angles. So he's saying that probably playing on the players' mind. So what do you have to say about that? Or is just a case that the coach is just trying to find some excuse to cover it for his bad management over the past couple of games?
Well, to be fair, Marpe did get a penalty and he did
Facts.
miss. So we have that to say. Listen, Brighton totally outclassed Norwich. Totally. They had 31 shots. 31 shots. They had 67% possession. They were all over Norwich. Let it be known though that they had 4 shots on target.
I get.
So so
Right.
27 of those shots them gone all the way over. So you're just kicking away the ball.
Very
Norwich,
difficult.
Brighton the keeper made 0 saves, 0 saves, and obviously Norwich keeper made 4. Right. So looking at those stats, I'm saying, if we never see the scoreline, I'm saying, man, this game is at least a 3-love. This game is
Yeah.
at least a 3-love. Mr. Tyrese when I say field goal. I agree, boss. I agree. And listen, when you tell me about Graham Potter, and I say, hey, before we start giving these people roses, make us see, when the pressure is on. And now the pressure is on, and he's sliding, 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 sliding down. But I'm going to save that conversation until the end of the season so we can talk about where where he is to where he's supposed to be. Because when he was at 10th, I want to say, yeah, he's overachieving and so I'll save that for later on. But another 3 points or another 2 points now lost for Brighton. They should be beating Norwich quite easily, especially with the game that they had. The only thing that was missing is putting the ball in the back of the net.
Facts. I hear Pepper Paul saying that sports friends, the panelists, them sounding good and careless in the evening. Big up Pepper Paul, man. Glad that you actually heard Stephen. And all we do over here is win. After Vincent pick up that hill since then, we have been winning. I've been on that program twice and I've got a lot of reviews that I've been doing quite well. And there you have it, Stephen doing well too. So all sports friends is doing nowadays is winning. That's all we do. But next game, as I mentioned, was between
Mm,
City and Burnley. Customary,
mm,
easy victory. Could have been way more than it actually was, but as you said, in regards to the Liverpool game, at this point in time, it's
mm-hmm,
all about winning. It doesn't matter how you win, as long as you
mm-hmm.
win, it's all about the win. So, City picking up a 2-0 easy victory. Anything you have to say about that one?
Listen. Pep Guardiola come out and he basically said we have 8 games. If we don't get maximum points from all 8 games, we won't be champions. If we win
Facts.
8 games, we will be champions. I think that's a simple way to put it. But in this game, another this is the difference between Man City and Brighton. 98% of the time when Man City pepper your goal with possession and everything, they are going to win the game. Right? They had 77% possession in this game, 18 shots. I think they are like 6 on target. But hey, listen, they got the job done. They went out, they understood the assignment, they know what needed to be done. And whether it be 1-0, 2-0, 2-1, they got the 3 points and now, injury free again, and then move on to Sunday for the big game.
Facts. So I'm just trying to clear out some of these games out of the way now because there's one particular game that I know that you and I are going to spend quite a few minutes on. So Leeds against Southampton, 1-1 draw. Leeds went ahead through Jack Harrison, but James Ward-Prowse once again with another free kick, earning a point for Southampton. And I believe What did you predict? It? Southampton win?
Me? Yeah, I
Yeah.
predicted a 2-1 Southampton win.
Anything you have to say about this one?
So there were 26 shots in this game and 9 on target between both teams. So when they play Leeds, I think under this new coach, I think defensively Leeds have been better.
Facts.
You know, they still play the same offensive game, but they have been better defensively for sure. Um, I think what we need to start taking into consideration, fouling a Southampton player anywhere around the 18, the 19, the 20, the 21, 22, 25 yards out, that's
Goal.
like you're giving away a penalty. That's
Facts.
literally like you're giving away a penalty because that man will rarely miss. And that man is putting it in a place where probably not even two keepers can save it. That man putting it in the pigeon. So I think, you have to be careful. And I think the foul that Leeds gave away was a needless foul. And I think
Silly.
that's when it comes on to the mental aspect of the game. And you have to know who you're playing, know your opponent, know what they're good at, know what they're strong at. You look as a Leeds player, I'm not fouling the player right there. Let him take him chances and let me trust my goalkeeper and trust my defense. But you give James Ward-Prowse right there down 1-0, he can just count 1-1 and just ready to go to the center circle and just kick it off because that's the only reason why I really want him in England side for the World Cup.
It's a
Because
question.
with you
I know that your team was interested in him. Do you think that they should still go after him?
Ward-Prowse,
Yeah.
of course. What do you mean?
Okay.
Listen, listen. All right. When I look at it, that's what I'm saying for England and right now for Aston Villa, we have a lot of players that are willing to go ahead and take on the defense. So as a result of that, you get a lot of fouls and so. And listen, the free
True.
kick is the better part-time game, but as a midfielder, he's pretty steady. Yeah, he's nothing to write home about. He's not a world beater in the midfield, but he's pretty steady there. And free kick anywhere around the area, even set pieces, even corners. He's good at
Exactly.
floating those balls in. So I think he will be a good acquisition. We can do a swap. Ward Prowse or Leon Bailey easily. I'll take that all day, every day.
Talking about that, we're just going to go into that game. So I told you that your team was awful. They were sleeping in that first half, and Wolves capitalized. Their Portuguese players were unsung in that first half and should have easily scored 3 goals. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
Fabio Silva got an opportunity that all he needed to do was just lift the ball over the keeper, and it
Yep.
would have been a goal. But before I get there, here's Drizzy, big up yourself, family, saying that I've said this before and I'll say it again. Outside of dead ball situation, Wild is pretty normal.
Yeah.
All
But
right.
dead ball is a big thing. Dead ball
And
is
to
a
tell
big
you,
thing. Let us
to tell you, sorry,
mhm.
sorry. Go ahead, Kings.
Listen, when you talk about some dead ball specialists, I don't think David Beckham was special as a midfielder, as much as people love David Beckham. I don't think he was a special midfielder, but guess what? You can strike the ball, you can dead ball situation is good, and you can pick out the
Crossing.
crosses, all of that
Jeez.
stuff. But I don't think he was no world beater in the midfield where you see David Beckham, you're worried going up against him in the midfield. No, but if you put the ball in certain areas and he's taking that free kick, is a problem. I think it's the same thing for Ward Prowse. But from my side, Aston Villa now. Again, I think one, I don't know, I think a sound like a track record, but a broken track record. I think we show Wolves a little bit too much respect in that first half. And I don't think we attacked the game how we needed to attack it, knowing what we wanted. I think on paper, I think we're a better team than Wolves, and I don't think we displayed that in the first half. In the second half, obviously after the team talk and I'm sure the manager threw them out a little bit, then they came back and they were better. But we weren't good enough, and that's why we were 2-0 down. And then we made some different. Obviously, Wolves should have scored more, but then we made some difference. The first goal, I don't know what Kansas say he was doing out there. Me not like that man from morning. And I want to change the narrative that persons have out there about Tyron Mings. That man right now is a top 6 defender in the league. And he has struggled to find 5 man no better than this man right now. The man is playing mistake-free football, leadership football, captain fantastic type of football. Steven Gerrard has completely turned around this man fortune. This man is one of the first names on that English plane going to the World Cup, boss.
First name on it, but he won't play. I can guarantee you that.
Probably won't.
But yes, I've Drizzy say that you should name him a better right midfielder than David Beckham during his time.
No, Google it. Google it, boss. No, I'm telling you that David Beckham wasn't anything special. No opponent is looking at David Beckham in the midfield and say, I'm scared of going up against him. As though they would have looked at Zinedine Zidane and say, boy, I prefer to go up against him in the midfield. You see a player like a Ronaldinho there, oh God, I'm afraid of him. You see an even player like those little players right now. Even right now, you go up against a player like, obviously, and I know they play different positions, but you're looking at midfield, you see a player like Kante, you say, boy, David Beckham wasn't known to be scared of. Good free kick, good kick out of football, good cross out of football, good dead ball situation, but not to be scared of.
Okay. The Kings, Shakes is taking a jump saying that Kim's got answer that because he wasn't watching football at that time. He's too young.
I'm not sure I'm older than Shakes. I'm positive some older than Shakes. I'm
Alright,
100% positive some older than Shakes.
but the game that we're going to spend some time on is a team from London that got their not even hast walloped by Brentford. So talking about Chelsea who lost by all of 4 goals to 1. 4 goals to 1 in it. I'm sure that when you saw the result, you were thinking, oh, Chelsea beat up Brentford 4-1. You're probably
Yep.
shocked. But when you actually take a look back and you saw that this is the team that actually won 4-0 and 4-1, I mean, what do you think up in at Chelsea? Is it the case that the back four is just not it and the back the back three makes Thiago Silva and Rudiger looks good versus the back four?
Um, I don't think it's a back three, back four situation. Because honestly, I think this is just a one-off situation. I think if they play Brentford 10 more times, I think Chelsea is winning the remaining 9 times. But listen, they made some mistakes. They made some mistakes for some of the Brentford goals. I think for 2 of the Brentford goals, the first 2 goals, I think they made some mistakes. Because I never watched the game initially, but I recorded it and I went back and watched it. Because when I wake up, I'm gonna say 4-1. Yeah, I said, hold on. I said, no man. I said, no man. What am I saying? He said, no man. Chelsea whopped them up 4-1, man. Chelsea gone away with the third place. But then I see people are continuing to post memes about, oh, Rudiger go up 1-0 and then lose 4-1. And then I go back and actually watch, look again and I say, oh, shoot. Brentford really win 4-1. Look like Brentford won't get relegated. That's one. But
Feel
for that game,
nice.
itself, shakes all my money as well. Um,
At
but
this point in time, Kims, I don't business about you and Shakes bet. All I care about is our bet. So I know that, hey,
yeah, but
but continue.
I think some mistakes were made, and then you know what them always say: when it rains, it pours. And I think that was the situation in the game. They just couldn't get back, and they got some little half chances, to get back in the game. But hey, once Brentford start rolling, they are rolling, rolling, rolling. And listen, people are saying Rudiger rubbish in a back four. I mean, I don't buy that stuff. I don't buy that.
Okay,
Oh,
much to do about nothing.
not should do about if we cannot use one game. All right, so this is it, right? If you tell me how much games Rudiger, I guess Nicholson can tell me. Nicholson, tell me how many games Rudiger played in a back four that he was this poor, and tell me if he has ever played a game in a back three where he's poor. Because we cannot use these one-off games and say, okay, well, it's a back four now, so he's going to be poor or he was poor because it's a back four. I just think the whole Chelsea team had a bad game. I just think they had a bad game. I think from the coach, come to the players, I just think they had a bad game. And obviously, when they score and they went up 1-0, when they go up 1-0, I think, we are most vulnerable to concede right after that. But I just think Chelsea had a bad game. I'm not going to I'm not going to use this and try to stick them and say, oh, God, Chelsea, no good. Oh, no. I'm not going to use this and say, oh, Champions League coming up against Real Madrid, they are in trouble. I'm not going to say that either. I just think it's one game, nothing, nothing much about it. They'll be back. I think they play some team coming up weekend, and I think they'll win that game. And
Southampton.
then, yeah, I think they'll win that game. And then guess what? Chelsea is back, and oh, the fans will be jumping up for joy.
Yes, Lafayette saying that I've been saying that Brentford won't get relegated. Yeah, you have been one of those stickler from season started. Um,
Oh,
the thing about Rudiger though is that a lot of people is giving him stick because of what transpired in that game. I mean, the guy scored a good goal, a spectacular goal for that matter, and then his celebration was over the top. So to concede the goals that they did and based on how he was in that game, of course they're going to get stick. I mean, look at the celebration. So he was always going to get the stick for this, but otherwise, some that, if we're being honest, he hasn't always been bad in a back four. I mean, personally, as I said to people, that playing for Germany, Rudiger is a total different player as opposed to when he plays for Chelsea. So it was just one of those games, and most of these players were just off form for the day. So hopefully they'll return to form. And well, personally, as a United fan, I don't mind them being down, but as some that for Chelsea fans, I know that they want to see them back up soon as possible. And here's Terry saying that that overrated difference got shown up in the game. Um, go through some of these other comments. Shakes was also saying that James, you owe money for Southampton.
what?
Because
What?
we'll just run back through the tapes at the end of the season, so we determine
Yeah,
what is not.
there we
Yes,
go.
Michel said that Chelsea was rubbish, a very off day. Was a Champions League, and the brain really got had too much of an attack mind in this game.
That
Adrian again.
I disagree with that comment. When I see Rudiger do this game, I see the man do every single game. I see Rudiger up there so every single game. So I don't listen. And again, Chelsea are not my team. So if you don't want, if Michel them want beat them on a team, then can beat them on a team. But we can't believe on have me a different joke Chelsea. But I see Rudiger do this every game. He's up there. He likes to be in the attack, and all of them. I see Rudiger all get penalty in a games and all them kind of stuff there. But when you lose, I think when you lose, people just try and find a reason, point. Okay, we lose because of this.
Yeah,
We lose because of that. No, I don't think that's. I don't think none of that. So Rudiger was attack minded when I lose. I just think the team was just not ready to play. I think we can just say that without trying to point fingers and blame anything. The team was just not good enough. There's not one
fact.
player on the team where you can pick out and say, okay, this player was a standout. The whole team just wasn't good enough. And I
Because
don't think.
even Thiago Silva had a stinker, but people won't
Yeah.
point out. They're going to point out Rudiger. I don't think
Yeah.
it's right. The team was just not good on the day. I mean, they had all of the possession, but if we're being honest, in that first half, Brentford had the clear opportunities. Remember that Tony missed around 3 chances in that first half, and I was thinking that, hey, will this be Burnley all over again? Because I remember that Burnley did the same thing against Chelsea the other day, but so happened that Chelsea took the lead and then Brentford came roaring back. So Adrian is saying that for Chelsea, in a back three look good, but every game, if not most times in a back four, not look good in my opinion from sorry days, but I could be wrong. And Terrace is saying German play with a back four, and I just mentioned that Terrace that he also do play a back four, and he does look good in a German back four. So there you have it. And here's Pepe saying that Ericsson having a big impact. Definitely, he has been. Uh, he has just. I would say he has changed the form of Brentford because remember before he came in, Brentford was on a losing streak. They had what, one draw in around 7 games, but since then they have picked up some W's and they have been going about their business quietly. Um, Michelle saying that that's not true. Kems Rudiger is not that attack minded. Hmm. Wow.
No, Michelle, you want? All right, Michelle, do you want me to watch? I can bring the tape of the last 10 Chelsea games and I can show you exactly where Rudiger is a lot of times. And he's up in the box, right outside the 18, trying to do that same little foolishness from the other day and score. I think Rudiger is very attack minded. But
I think it is.
huh?
I agree.
Yeah, and I think Tuchel also gives him the license, to go up there and do it as well. I think Tuchel trusts him a particular way. So, that's just what I see. Probably I am blind, but I that means.
Facts, because all right, the thing with Chelsea is that the forwards are not scoring, so what you have to do? Send the defenders go do the job. Simple as that. So
Somebody have to score.
definitely. But here's also Jason was saying that I read somewhere that Tuchel is going for a tough divorce. Maybe it's taking a toll on the team. Yeah, I saw that.
No, listen. Put up back that comment. Put up back that comment. So let me ask you a question, Mr. Zilla. Which one you think would have caused more turmoil on the team?
Hmm.
Transfer ban, no signing ban, cancel the club ban, can't travel ban, can't
Now
sell no
get
more
Pierre ban.
tickets ban, no pay ban, or Tuchel divorce. Like, again, we need to stop trying picking at straws because we feel like, say, all right, then, well, Chelsea lose, so we must have attributed to something. Like, I think there's one team that has won the whole season and not lose a game, and that was Arsenal,
I'm
right?
thinking about it, Kims. Were they on a what 10 match or thereabouts winning run before
They
this
were,
game?
yeah, they were on a big winning streak, and everybody was saying, "Oh, they're using the situation to galvanize the troops." I
Yep.
remember when Kai Havertz come out and say, "If he have to use few more money in order to pay for everybody, he will do it."
Yep.
And Tuchel say he'll get a 7-seater and put everybody in the 7-seater and drive them wherever. So I don't know. Oh, all of a sudden we lose one game and then it's divorce this and listen. Divorce, I guess it's. I don't think Tuchel is. I don't think people just get up one day and say, "Okay, I want a divorce." Listen, when you see things just come out like that, surprisingly, I believe that things have been working behind the scenes for a very long time. So I don't think no woman just gonna come up, "Hey, I want a divorce today." I don't think. I think it's probably been a work in progress.
So Jason is answering and saying that none of those can compare to a man going through a divorce when his family structure is affected. With all
How
the
do
other
how do
things going on,
how
they
do
were
you,
still winning.
All right. How do you know that? How do you know when his family structure got? How do you know? How do you know when the divorce was even coming to play? Because I don't think it was just the other day ago when she actually started filing for divorce. I think it was an
Yeah.
ongoing process where you have to talk about it. So how is it that when he's losing, then now is divorce to break up
Here's
family?
Michelle
Oh,
answering.
see
Here's
there?
Michelle answering. Michelle said he was living apart from his wife from he left Paris. That's long time ago.
Mr. Jersey, I think you need to go and do some research before you come up here with your feelings, boss. I don't want you no feelings. Come up here with the facts and then we could discuss the facts. But I think Tuchel was expecting this, but when the media just find out about it, obviously they're going to blow it up there and blah 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 blah. I don't. This is much to do about nothing. Tuchel, I'm
But
telling all the time, people were rich and successful. I don't worry about them. Tuchel is a millionaire, successful, can get plenty women out there. He'll be perfectly fine.
facts. Next game we're going to look at is a club in Manchester who drew 1-1 with Leicester. And the last happening in this game, the last attack of that game proved to us exactly what Manchester United has been over the past couple of seasons and all of that. Marcus Rashford was through on goal, and Anthony Elanga, who was in an offside position, did an Harry Maguire and Rashford because it's Maguire alone tackling one players them enough. Maguire alone was doing things there. And
Mhm.
he did that, and guess what? The game ended 1-0. But if we're being honest, we saw a team out there that their season is basically shut down. Nothing of any, how did I put it? Nothing. interest me in that game. The game was a snooze fest, to be honest. Especially the first half, it was boring. Well, eventually started to life. Leicester scored. They equalized through Fred. But well, look at this club and the turmoil that they're in. I know that Latoya came on here not too long ago, came and tell me that your side lost, my side lost, her team drew. But come on, the teams that we bring, you always said
Mm,
it. The expectations are far way less than a Man United. So well, look at this team. We already know that the players are lazy and they're not good enough.
mm-hmm,
As you always say, we know that one man is Mr. Press Conference. He's better upstairs than he's actually on the sideline.
mm-hmm.
But
Yep.
when you look at this team itself, do you think it's an overall structural problem? Again, we don't. I'm not worrying about guys that are millionaires because
Mm-hmm.
they're okay, they're
Yep.
fine, they're living their
Yep.
life. But do you think it's an overall structural problem that really need to change, or do you think that it's just a case that these players are just living a life that they are just all happy and no sort of fight in them?
All right. So first off, I saw a story come out there today. The dressing room is split on 10 hands higher. But again, I believe stories only come out when somebody wants it out. I don't think it's a
Facts.
coincidence. Somebody wants it out, that's when the stories come out. Listen, these players are, if them decide to hire me as Manchester United coach, these players don't deserve anything good. So to get even Ten Hag, is a blessing. But what I'll say about this game is that I think the first half was absolutely atrocious. And again, I won't kill them too bad because coming from the international break, especially the players like Bruno who had to play 2 games, two quote unquote high intensity games, must win games. So I really won't beat them so bad. But listen, and I've seen this with Manchester United way too many times. They don't start playing football until the other team score. Why is it that they can't? And Mr. Press Conference came and he said, "Hey, I want to control the game. I want us to control position. I want us to control this. I want us to control that." Listen, there are players right now on Manchester United team that cannot continue to be Manchester United players. It just cannot be. Listen, just the gold standard for Manchester United is championships, winning the Premier League, doing this, competing for titles, not competing for Europa, not compete. We're trying to make Champions League. Oh, we're praying to Arsenal lose. No, that's not Manchester United standard. The tellers of the world have to go. The one Bissaka has to go. What name? Rashford has to go. Marshall can stay with him. We need players who want to come in and play football. We need players who want to play for the quote unquote badge of Manchester United. And then when we talk about up top, we need some real professional football guys there. We don't want a finance person, a person who only know about money and transactions. You need people who really understand the game of football and can think out the football right now. Because right now we don't have nothing. So I see Umberman make a change. And listen, I am all for, I don't have no coaching license, but I know common sense. So you need a goal and you take off Pogba and you put on Matic. I am saying in a situation like that, there are so many other persons you could have taken off because Pogba, no matter if he play good or bad, he's the one person on the field who can just be that ultimate creator, create nothing out of something what we need. So I'm looking and I'm saying, who could have taken off so many other individuals? Then him left Elanga up on the pitch, and then Rashford get clean through, and Elanga said, "No, not today." And slide tackle him and make sure say Rashford not score. So Elanga played Boaty because he was upset that he never made the World Cup with Sweden. Hey, listen, but
Cha-cha.
no, but listen, like Manchester United right now is really in a sad state. It's in a sad state. We can no longer compare to the likes of Liverpool, Chelsea, um, Man City,
Stick up
even
in right there.
us. Yeah.
Glad that you brought that up because, as I mentioned earlier, the man that is on the sideline, I think he's better off upstairs. I've always said that. So his solution to Man United's problem is that. One, I'm sure that you'll agree with some of them. He said that when I look at City and Liverpool, what they assembled their squad is across a couple of windows, right? And what they did was identify who their coach was and went for players that fit into the structure and the style of play that that coach is going after. He said that's where United need to focus on. And instead of trying to just buy players for players' sake, and I'm thinking he's talking about the Zlatans of this world that they went for, the Falcos, the Demarias, even the Christies of this world. Because you know that
Absolutely.
Christie wasn't an only signing, so it was more a commercial signing. At the end of the day,
Yep.
Van Gaal came out there and said that Ten Hag should avoid United because it's a commercial club. But as I said, Van Gaal is an hypocrite because you got the most money to spend and you bought a lot of these garbage. So I don't want to hear anything at all from you.
Yep.
However, he's saying that they need to sort out who the coach is, get players that will fit into what he's going after. And
Absolutely.
the team as technical players. However, you have said this multiple times. United don't have that player that is willing to put their head into tackles. They're willing to go for all the 50-50s. When I look at even the game against Leicester, the opportunity leading up to Leicester goal, you notice that Bruno, he could have went in. He didn't. So what
Yep.
he's saying is that, in which I tend to agree, is the technical players. Look at most technical players in the world. They don't go into challenges. The De Bruyne of the Bruyne of these worlds and all those players. They don't. Why? Because they have other players to do that. They have players to do
Mm-hmm.
the dirty work. So he's saying that they should go after players like these and let them fit into the system. So what do you think about his plans?
I mean, I definitely agree because, and I think, that's coming from the horse's mouth itself because he was one of them who came in and he tried to play that 4-2-2-2-2-2-2-2 something. And then he realized, hey, you try to 1 game, 2 game, 3 game, 4 game, 5 game,
Easy.
you realize, dang, this ain't working. And he had to now change it to fit the players that he had instead of what what he believed in personally. And I'll give him props for that. But again, I totally agree with him. When Pep came in, Pep get the players who he believed fit his kind of football. Klopp, same thing. Manchester United, no. They made a big name out there. All right, yeah, let me get in. I don't care how him fit, but we're going to try and find a way how to fit him. You can't do that, boss. You can't do that. It's the same thing with managers. So I think Manchester United, obviously, structurally, I just think they're off. Because at the same thing with managers, you look at a manager, all right, you look at a manager like a quote unquote David Moyes. I don't care if Alex Ferguson recommend him from now to next year. You look at a manager like David Moyes, and nothing against David Moyes, but he's an Everton kind of manager. He's a West Ham kind of manager. He's
Midfielder.
those managers with no expectations, no championship expectations. He has no championship pedigree at all. He cannot coach Manchester United. It is impossible. So when you look at that now, I'm saying, all right, then let us. That is one. Then again, all right, then we'll go for Jose Mourinho. All right, I don't like the guy, but hey, that man have some championship pedigree. And look, he's really the only person who won a trophy in the last years, right? So I'll
Yeah,
give them that.
Van Gaal won a trophy too.
No, man, I'm talking from Jose Mourinho came in until
Okay,
present.
okay, okay.
Yeah. So when you look at that, but Jose Mourinho, he was past his best when he came to Manchester United. But at the same time, championship pedigree is championship pedigree. Knowing how to win is knowing how to win. I don't think that you can figure out how to win, right? So, and again, Jose, when you get managers like that, you will always have some pushback from players. Because guess what? All these players are rich. All these players are millionaires. All these players feel like so them can do whatever they want to do. Because guess what? Me, I'm rich. I'm probably even richer than you. How come you going to come and talk to me? Let me see this.
And yes, Elton saying that to be fair to LVG, he never wanted Di Maria and Falco, and he started to get rid of the deadwood. So Elton, you want me to really counter that? This man went for Morgan Schneiderlin. Southampton quality. This man went for Memphis Depay. You see him one at Depay playing good football at World Cup, Yet when the man come at United, what have him do? Rub bench and count nails in bench like Van de Bench. But Kems, on the point that you just mentioned, Sir Alex was one of those main person who pointed out that. You see, the moment you have players getting more money than manager, that's the moment
Yes.
you know that you are lost
Of,
as a team.
of course. All right. Look. All right. Let us look at the players before in the Sir Alex era. They were making money. They weren't making this kind of money. No, no. I see they're saying that they're going to give Bruno a raise. double
Actually,
times
got it.
what he was making. He actually got it already? Jesus Christ. So, oh no, you are going to come in as a manager and I'm going to tell this guy, exactly what to do. Like, I just think when you're a
But then,
millionaire,
Ken, look at this. You look at
uh,
Anthony Marshall, for example. When
mm,
last did that man? When has that man ever played well for United, really? And that man is earning what? 250,000 per week. Bruno is earning less than it, but this man is earning 250. Like,
like,
these are the crazy
like,
things that.
absolutely. Absolutely. And then, I don't know, Manchester United have a problem of offloading junk. I don't know. It's like they do, like Phil Jones. What Phil Jones really still do at Manchester United, honestly. Like these players should be out of the club, like out of the club. Like if man, and again, when I hope whichever manager we get, I hope this man is serious about, and I hope Mr. Press Conference stay up there because he has now got the opportunity to be a coach inside of the club. See these players, see what them can do, see what them can do. See how them, them attitudes and beliefs, all of that kind of stuff. But again, there's a lot of these players, and I see they put a list and say at least 11 of these players won't be at Manchester United.
Yep.
Cristiano Ronaldo should have never been there. This is not a farewell tour. You come back and you go off into retirement. No, boss. No, boss. We don't
But
want
before,
that.
but before, but before I wrap up on this United topic, because we're not going to turn this into a United show as per usual, because that's not our team. But what I'll say is that they have made some bad decisions over the years. When I look at players like Lee Grant, what the hell they're doing with Lee Grant, Tom Heaton, Victor Valdez, and all those signings? That's
All right,
crazy,
all
fam.
right. So
Bastian
you see the thing
Schweinsteiger.
is, all right. See the thing is, like this is for goalkeeper. I don't care who they want because at the end of the day, I don't really care about the goalkeeper part. Me I
No,
talk
but
about
no. The thing is that Kems is that they're going to be on wages.
well, that's true. That's true. That's true. But when I look on, I not even remember since Snyder used to play for Manchester United. Come on, brother. And listen, I get that Alex Ferguson used to get these same mediocre players to play world class. But listen, there was no Alex. We never get no more Alex Ferguson. There was no more Alex
Huh?
Ferguson. So again, I just think hopefully this summer, when and I really hope that United don't finish in the top four, because they finish in the top four, you know what the board are gonna say, well, look, in the top four, you just need this manager now to smooth out things. We can continue working with these crop of players. Absolutely not.
I
Absolutely not.
agree. I agree. I said it. I said it the
Cavani,
other day.
Cavani, no, brother. Like,
Not
this is
it.
not a retire. This is not a retirement home, boss. Cavani
Facts.
is supposed to be a man like United right now is looking at Cavani to lead the line. No, Cavani should be a man and very minimum wage. We can come in the last 5 minutes and just do something.
Well,
Cavani,
he shouldn't even be coming in. That man should be somewhere else. He has
I'm
been
just
injured more often, and as you always say, the best ability is availability, and this man
yep.
hasn't been available in a minute.
Yep.
So
I see a lot.
right now, right now,
I see a
Kems,
lot
they're
of
in
people.
Conference League, not even
Yep.
Europa, Conference League. They're in.
Conference League, Conference League right now, and guys, I know that West Ham play one more game than them, but listen, Manchester United play Everton next weekend coming, and I'm not sure of 3 points on Manchester United right there. Everton might give them a tough game and squeeze them 1-0 if you ever know
Fuck.
Manchester United. So listen, like me a man like Scott McTominay. I'm just talk about David Beckham not being special. Nobody's seen Scott McTominay in the midfield and be fearful of Scott McTominay. I'll admit Fred has gotten a little bit better. He's playing better
Yeah.
football. I can keep Fred, but like Scott McTominay and those guys, no. Listen,
Now keep him
Manchester
still not
United
Kems, but I Fred is what 28 over 29. Whole man that now,
can keep him. Good squad player. Can play in the cup
Yes, sir,
games and
in
so.
the Conference League, eh?
Yeah, but no, Scott McTominay and them man they need to go. Manchester United is listen, as I said before, this is a championship club. This club have championship pedigree. This club win titles upon titles upon titles. And I understand that we go through a rebuild from time to time. Every club has done it. But why is Manchester United own taking so long?
especially
That's
when
all right.
in this time. But
In this
let's
time.
move on from them. Next game was West Ham against Everton, and West Ham won by 2 goals to 1. I know that you're not feeling too hyped up about the performance of one Declan Rice because he said that he's playing against a bug team, so he's going to stand out against a bug team. But that's what now. 7 loss in 9 games for Frank Lampard and can't catch a
Mm-hmm.
break.
Yep. Everton now have the worst away record in
Yep.
league
But
history. Listen,
also for
I'll say
West
this.
Ham, Antonio need to score now too.
Yeah, man, Antonio get some chance. I mean, he's working hard, but he's not scoring. Like the goal that Jared Bowen scored, Antonio scored a goal. You get one on one with the keeper. Get your creative boots on and create and find a way to chip it over the keeper or something. You have to be more clinical than that as a forward because that ball falling to Jared Bowen was pure luck.
Yep.
Um, Frank Lampard is in a world of trouble, and I believe he's going to lose on Wednesday. And should he lose on Wednesday, I think that's relegation for them because I think they play 27 games and Burnley play 28, right? And I think Burnley is what I think Burnley 4 points behind them right now.
Actually, no. Both of them have played 28 games.
Oh, yeah, okay, all right. So, and what's the points? 4 points.
Yeah.
All right, and Everton goes to Manchester United, and I
Hmm.
think no, I think Wednesday is Burnley against Everton, and then
Correct.
Saturday Everton go to United after that, and I think Everton has to start their strong side for both games. So I think Burnley is going to
Problem.
beat them. I think Burnley is going to beat them. I think defensively Everton is not good, and I know Keane got a red card. I don't know what the hell he was thinking, making that challenge. Just senseless. But he got a red card. But I'm looking at the defense of Everton, and it's just and Burnley's a team where I think Shakes came on here and him say them score the amount of goals they were going to score. I don't think from that they score any portion amount of goals after that. But I think Everton
Have
is going
they
to win that. Huh?
have they scored any goals since? Hmm.
Shoot. Probably ones or two. Probably one or two. I don't really remember.
At
But
most.
listen, but I think Everton will lose this game, and I think they will be in the tough, tough, tough. I think Burnley is going to make it out, and I think Everton is going to go down there, and it's not going to be a pretty look on Frank Lampard resume. So early in your career, fired from Chelsea, relegated with Everton. I mean, he's
Hmm.
English, so he'll get another chance, but it's not looking good for him.
All right. And now we're going to look at Tottenham. That's now what 3 wins on the trot. They walloped Newcastle by 5 goals to 1. And this is something that I always talk about, and I know that you look at it from this standpoint too. These teams that at the lower end of the table, they tend to get complacent when they score. That is when they're at the most vulnerable. And Newcastle went ahead against the run of play because uh, Tottenham were playing well in the first half. Son got a few opportunities that he should have scored early out, but it wasn't to be. Fabian Scher stepped up and scored a good free kick. But right after that, I was saying Newcastle just hold out for the remainder of the half, and they did concede in what the 43rd minute, I think it was, and then immediately after the return, there was the onslaught from Tottenham. And what I really want to pinpoint and what I'll say now, there's no centre forward in this world right now that can pick a pass from deep like Hurricane. None. That man is a gifted footballer. And I remember when they picked him in a draft deep games, a lot of man laughed. They said the man is out of sorts and what have you not. But there's no forward that can pick a pass from deep like Hurricane. And he didn't score. And I know that, as you always say, a lot of people just judge players based on what they score and all of that. But Hurricane
Um,
was very good in that game. Go ahead, let's talk about it.
I mean, I picked both Son and Hurricane in my side, and I said this is a killer partnership. And bad mind shakes, bad mind Demo. Just didn't want me to win, so they tried to talk down. And I said, oh, they would take Dennis over Hurricane and all them little foolishness them come talk on the program. These guys should be banned from the program until 2024 because like you're coming here with this little garbage. But listen, this game, I can't lie. Tottenham has been playing really good football. This coach Conte, look like him find it somewhere. He used to whine and he's very bipolar. Rainy today, sunny tomorrow, smile today, frown tomorrow. But listen, Tottenham has been playing some really, really, really good football. Dimo come and say that guy, when name Klovacheski, whatever.
Kulusevski.
Yeah,
Yep.
say he's not good. That man is instrumental in every game for Tottenham. Win,
Five
lose, or
assists
draw.
since 2022, the most by any player.
Nah, the man, when me watch a man, me I wonder why Demo said this man don't good. Like me can't see why the man not good. Running at players when he doesn't have the ball, making moves without the
Work
ball,
hard.
showing up in space. The man is doing everything on the pitch. And come on, Harry Kane, as I say about Harry Kane, not because he didn't score. That man was wonderful, all over the pitch. One time I see the man I get a yellow card in the defense.
Yep.
Defending it also. Listen, the team is invested. The coach is passionate. So the coach is pushing them. He's getting them to play how he wants them to play. And Tottenham is a dangerous customer for that top four position. And Arsenal, with that L that you guys took today, it's not looking good. I don't know. I've
I
brightened up
remember,
next to draw specialists.
I remember that they have Tottenham to also play before the season and also Chelsea.
No, listen, listen. Shakes is saying, Shakes is saying, all of a sudden the Kems read. Shakes, say sometimes I question the intelligence. If I come here and I give somebody props, that don't mean I rate them, but I'm giving them the due. If we never give him props, I say, boy, I'm coach good and you're bad mind and you're idiot. I'm just giving the man props, boss. The way he's coaching the side, I still don't rate him. I don't rate him as a coach. I think he's
I don't
too
rate him.
I think he's too impulsive. I think he's very bipolar. I think he's too hot and cold. I don't think he reads a room. I just think he just wants it to be me all the time. I don't rate him, but he has been coaching the team, and I think the team has been responding to him well, and I will admit it.
All right, so here's Elton saying that he's from the Atlanta system. That's in reference to Kulusevski. Yeah, man, I remember that him and Ahmad and all those guys came through at the same time. Shakes is also saying that Kulusevski is a top winger for them. Once Kante has a team of his liking, he does well. Yeah, that is true. Once he gets his signings, he's always good. But I still don't rate him. Next game was the final game of the match weekend. My favorite match of the weekend, actually. Crystal Palace 3, Arsenal nil. Now, Joaquim Anderson, that ball to Bug and Jordan Ayew, class of a piece of a ball, man. And as you
Mm-hmm.
put it, James, you see, once you see Jordan Ayew score, you know that you're
In
going to pick up
trouble.
on hell
Yep, yep.
because that man missed chance after chance after chance from score. You know that you're in trouble. So, what you have to say about it on Arsenal? I know that you're one person that always say Arsenal is a team that they're going to get the hopes of their fans up, and
Yep,
then comes a team in mid-table that just bring them back down to earth. So this was
yep.
the game, man. What do you have to say about it?
Yep. Patrick Viera, going up against his team that he kept in. And listen, I mean, we all talk about it and we all took it back when we said Viera was going to be the first coach to be fired. But listen, the man take take from City, 4 points from City. You take
Correct.
four, you take 4 points from City, and now going into Arsenal. Arsenal feel like say yes, we got it going, and 3-0. Great strategy by Viera. The player, and I say, hey, once Jordan Ayew score, that man don't that man allergic to scoring. Once he score, you know you're losing. And then look, Arsenal got chances, but they just couldn't score. Odegaard got chances.
It
What
was
name?
awful.
Yeah, he was awful today. Even Saka, only one time I see Saka and I when him drop on the floor. I'm say, oh, am I play?
After
But yeah, yeah. So they got, but Odegaard, I think he got the best two chances of the game. Keeper made fantastic saves, but those didn't score. But when it's not your day, is not your day. And I think it was Crystal Palace's day today, and they played exceptional football. Zaha was a the man Tom made that defense on there. Ben White, Gabriel couldn't, and then Odegaard just top off his bad display with that penalty, and send them 3-0. Good night. See you next week. So Arsenal have Brighton next week, so let's see what they do. But this was a big, big win for Crystal Palace. A big, big, big resume booster for Patrick Viera. And hey, Arsenal right now, Tottenham took over that fourth spot. It is not looking good for Arsenal, and it's worse not looking good for your Manchester United.
Randall Connor, you're wilding. Everybody's better than Bruno all of a sudden. You guys need to ease up off that foolishness.
All right, yeah, Odegaard is not better than Bruno. Let us not get too crazy now.
Yeah, man, the
Bruno,
man commented and said Ward Prowse is better than Bruno. Odegaard is better than Bruno.
Ward Prowse. Yeah, I mean better free kick taker than Bruno.
Yeah. But here's Elton saying that heard LVG diagnosed with cancer. Yeah, he has prostate cancer. And this is where I beat people in life. I want a guy to get better. However, just like I beat Ray Hudson and Daily that said that Bossman said that you retire from football, you give up on football. So why come back? This is the stage of life that is supposed to focus on your health. And right now, LVG shouldn't be coaching Netherlands team. You shouldn't be. No, it's when you focus on your health. And as I said, I want a guy to get over this prostate because you know that the older you get, the more likely it becomes for you to get prostate. But I think that when you reach a particular age in football, in the 70s and thereabouts, this is where they say that, hey, family time, health time, take care of yourself. So this is where I just don't think that he should have just taken back the job. And it's something that I've seen over and over with coaches and also in life itself that people don't pay attention to their health and situation like this happen. So as I said, hopefully the guy beat the case. Well, more than likely he will. So all the best to him. Get well soon. But just going to jump over that now and jump directly into the Champions League because it's a Champions League week. So
Mm-hmm.
tomorrow we have Benfica against Liverpool. So when I look at that one now, Kim's easy victory for Liverpool.
Um, I'm not sure, because so Liverpool they played on Saturday. Now they're going to play on Tuesday. Then they're going to play on
No, it's
Sunday.
Is it Sunday? Yeah,
But
Saturday, Tuesday,
Saturday, Tuesday,
Sunday.
Sunday.
Whoa,
I know
which
Klopp
one is
going to
more
have something.
important?
I know Klopp going to have something to say about that. But I think which one is more important? Definitely have to be the EPL game because remember Champions League is 2 legs and the first one is away. But I think Tuesday to Sunday, I think that is enough recovery time. Again,
Definitely, I'm a team deep.
your nutrition is better, technology is better, the money is more into it. I don't want no excuses from the Liverpool fan. Let me just put it out there. I don't want to hear say Man City beat we because we play Tuesday and them not play since Wappy kill Philip. Don't want to hear that. This is a schedule. This is just how it work. Find a way to deal with it, right? But I think this game against Benfica, I think it will be. I think it will be a pretty cagey game. I think Liverpool. I think they'll try and win the game, obviously. So I'm going to go with a 2-0 scoreline for Liverpool. I watch Benfica against Ajax, and Ajax just comes time for choking time for Ajax, their regular choking time. So I'm going 2-0 Liverpool.
Yes, Jermaine Watson saying that he's going to give Liverpool a 2-1 victory. When the already saying that the quadruple is coming home to his team. And I'm just going to read Adrian comment that will get directly into the next game. So he's saying that watch Atletico Madrid expose that overrated blue team tomorrow. Tomorrow it will be Man City against Atletico as well. So look at that. Well, before we get there, it's just that in the quarterfinals in the UCL is no easy game. Benfica has been playing well. Owen saying that Luis Diaz a lone killer of Benfica. All right, so City against Atletico Kims.
I don't
And
know
let's consider
which.
that Atletico is without Jose Jimenez, the best centre back.
Listen, all of them did have 10 minutes only. Like, Atletico need to understand that this is not Manchester United they're going up against. Like this is actually a real team with real aspirations, with real goals. Let me tell you, I think City is going to win this game. Um, the first leg, obviously, is in Manchester, so
Correct.
I think City will want to get the guns blazing, kill it from the first leg. I think that's what City have done this Champions League campaign. If you notice, they have killed the first leg, and then the second leg they kind of just joke it out, training session and so. So listen, I think the way how the teams play, so I think Atletico will be fine sitting back and allowing City with possession. Only thing, Manchester United had the more possession but couldn't do anything with the possession. I think City will actually do something with the possession because they have actual footballers over there. So I think City will win this game quite easily. I don't know what you guys see from Atletico that one think can pose a challenge if one don't like Pep and one just attack because one don't like Pep. Like this Adrian Nicholson, like that is absolute nothing. I'm going with an easy I'm going with an easy 3-0 win for Manchester City. Easy beat and teach, take them to school, show them what real football is like.
And yes, Adrian Nicholson saying that he's going with the Atletico Madrid 2-1 victory. German Watson saying that he's going with the Man City 3-1 victory. Um, Terry saying that Premier is Man City priority, the UCL is a bonus if it comes.
Hold on, hold on,
Um,
hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on, Tyrese. Which Man City priority is that? You mean your priority? Listen, UCL right now, I promise you, if you give Man City players a poll and say which one you prefer to, you can only win one. Which one you prefer, the UCL or the Premier League? I am guaranteeing you, 95% of those players, if not 100, going to say the UCL. You think Ryan Sterling don't want to win the Champions League? You think Kevin De Bruyne don't want to win the Champions League?
well, he
You think,
disagrees. Kevin, hold on,
huh?
stick up in. Kevin De Bruyne disagree. He said that you would rather win the Premier League. Just the
Chat
other day,
that
he
a
said it.
chat. Chat that a chat. Chat that a chat. Chat that a chat. I am telling you, if you look at the disappointment when City dropped, right, look at last season when they lost the final to Chelsea. If you look, and obviously when they lose a final, you're going to be disappointed. But when you're so close yet so far, you're going to tell me, okay, another year. You're going to say another year you prefer to. All right, another year we're going to go and we just want to win the Premier League and we're content with the Premier League. I fail to believe that.
All right,
Oh,
and
that.
we're not joined by a late fella. Guess he was on a date. Just kidding, man.
I
Brian,
be a
what going?
great, I be a great year. I'm seeing that beard the boss. Ah, boy.
So
Hey,
Ryan, you
Ryan.
look at the
All right, sorry.
what my guy
Go ahead.
feels.
No, I'm
Come
saying
again.
Ryan. I'm saying Ryan. Which one you think, as an objective person, which one you think City would have rather win this season, the Champions League or the Premier League this season?
Champions League.
All right.
Easily.
Like I think it's a no-brainer. Like why you don't want to win the Premier League where you win how much in time? You don't win the
No, remember,
Champions
no,
League
no.
yet.
The Pep was at Bayern for like what 3 years, and him win everything over there, and never won the Champions League. And some people still say it's a failure. So if him
Facts.
come at City for 6 years, 3 times as much as when he was at Bayern, and don't win the Premier League, what do you think people going to say the same way? Don't win the Champions League, that is. People still
Yep.
going to say it's a failure.
Yep. They're
Yep.
gonna
So
say
it,
they're
it,
gonna
it
say
will just stage. It's a critical stage now where he has to win it.
yep.
Facts. But and we're looking at the predictions and just one prediction for the Benfica pool game and then the City against Atletico.
Benfica, Liverpool.
Correct.
I'm going 2-0 Liverpool.
Here. As your Owen actually said it to that he expect not Owen, I mean Yeah, I'm correct. It was Owen who said it. Adlam, that is. They have Liverpool and City to win 2-0. For the City game, how you see that one going?
Remind me of City playing again.
Atletico.
Hmm. Tricky. It depends on how Atletico play because recently they were conceding a lot of goals.
Yeah,
Um, I'm gonna go 2-1 City.
okay. Now, move forward to Wednesday. I'm going to stick with you because you just got walloped 4-1 by Brentford. Real Madrid won on the weekend over Celta Vigo with Benzema getting 3 penalties. He scored twice and missed one. And I'm sure that Iago Aspas came out and said that the only thing remaining in that game was for the referee to award a penalty to himself and take it. I know that he's going to face some sanctions for that, but I look at this one now. Do you give your side the edge going to this one, or you think that Real Madrid might cause you guys some issue?
By the way, where the first leg played, they switch it to Real
It's at
Madrid.
Chelsea. It's at Chelsea.
It's showing that it's at Chelsea home, but I'm wondering if they're going to switch one of them because there's an issue with it in the games that the two Madrid teams cannot play in the same
Play
city
at
on
the
the
same
same.
time. Just like how Arsenal and Tottenham can play home games at the same time.
So
Man U,
one of
Man
the
City
games will be
can play at the
switched.
same time.
I think your game will be the game that will be switched.
Yeah, that's what I want to know. It depends if it's going to be switched because if we play the first leg at home, I'm going to go 1-1.
Okay, fair.
Um, actually, you know what, let me not say that yet. But yeah, away, if it's away, I'm going 2-1 Real Madrid.
Okay, fair. Kims,
Yep.
that
Oh,
Chelsea Real
one
Madrid
all.
game, whichever way it's going to go, if it's at Chelsea home, where's it going?
One all.
And if it's at Real Madrid home,
3-1. It's at
two?
Chelsea. I couldn't Chelsea. Big Ben's is back. Big
Yeah, so the
Ben's is
thing is,
back.
though, it's because Real Madrid concede four, we just have to concede for it. We don't want them to feel bad, so we kind of balance out the thing. And we were on a 24 game unbeaten run, so we just break it to start a new run. I'm kidding.
And the man tell I going to Big Benz and a Chevy and a ladder.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Big
Well,
Ben's, man. They remember what my last season, you know. They remember what my last season.
vengeance.
Yeah, man.
But the final game of the quarterfinals is between Villarreal and Bayern. So Villarreal will have the home game. So Kems, I see this one going.
Oh, so this thing is easy. 2-1.
Okay. Ryan,
Yeah, I'm not going to be disrespectful to Villarreal, so I'm going to one as well.
they have been picking up some stupid hills over the last couple of games in the league. I mean, the last team like Cadiz, Levantes, and all these stupid sides. So,
Don't worry.
yeah,
For the home leg, it's going to be a 5-0 Bayern whopping. But for now, because of Villarreal, it's going to be 2-1.
all right, so I'm just going to run through some Jamaica Premier League score quickly before I get to the last topic that we'll discuss because we have some time remaining. So, Portman United and Tivoli Gardens drew 1-1. Mount Pleasant beat Umberland 2 goals to 1. Harborview walloped Mullins United by 4 goals to 1. And I think that guy started the game, Kims. That same guy that
Oh, that
encountered
Umbre
the other
man.
day.
Oh,
Yeah, I think he started the game. Waterhouse got a 3-0 victory over Mobile United. And surprise to some, the farm team Arnett Gardens lost 1-0 to Cavaliers at Sabina Park. That game was well supported because I saw some parts of it, so it was well supported. So that's the results in the JPL. The last time I saw the next game between Dunbeal and it was at Millwall. I don't know if the scoring has changed, but yeah, that's it for there. Now, our final topic is champs. Since as I have a little bit of time remaining, I was going to leave it alone, but I'm just going to go right there. So, have you been following it closely, Kims, or any at all?
Yeah, I've been following it a bit, track meets and stuff.
Now, when I look at it, if you're supposed to pick a team to win on the boys' side, what are you going with, and what sort of point range would you go with?
Honestly, um, unfortunately, I think KC is going to win. I think they're the superior team. I think overall, as I said on Facebook, not even Obia or Miracle can stop KC from winning this. This is they're so far in advance to their closest competitor, who is Jamaica College. Um, you know, every single athlete would probably have to wake up with Corona. Um, for KC to lose. I think KC will wrap up champs by Friday, based on what I'm seeing on the schedule and how the schedule is put together now. I think by Friday, champs will be wrapped up. And then, on Saturday is just a formality. So I think it is an easy, cheesy win for Kingston College. I guess it's going to be what, Project 33, I guess. It's going to be on the 33rd title. So I'll tell you, Kish, congrats, Crystal, congrats, all KC persons. I'll tell you congrats from now, as there's no chance that they lose this championship. None. And I wouldn't be surprised if they brush 400 points. I wouldn't be surprised.
Hmm.
I wouldn't be surprised if
Yes,
the team
I
the
agree.
team
You
is
What's
see
the
that
that? You see
record?
good.
that swing? You see that
What's the
swing?
record?
Well, the record, I don't
300,
really know the record,
I
but we
think
know
it's what
nobody never go.
390 or thereabouts. I'm not.
Yeah,
I'm not 100% sure, but I think it's 390 or thereabouts.
yeah. I don't think nobody ever got 400 before, but I think this Kingston College team. When I tell you, say this team is rounded. When I say rounded, and obviously not every class they're at the top, but they're good enough to grab some really crucial points. Yeah,
I
so I
agree with
think
you.
Yeah, I think definitely Casey. I know I see Kish in the comment section begging me to stop. Kish, not even my jinxness, my saltness can stop Casey from lose.
So yeah,
Just
nice over here this weekend, Lord God.
yeah, man. Oh gosh, man, they can't
Especially
go.
from especially from the girls, I'm gonna go KC.
Yeah, man. Especially from the females, they might attend, man. Because
But
trust me. Mhm.
shoot a shot, man. Finish up for yourself, man.
Yeah, so yeah, as I said, I just think champs will be over from Friday. I just think only KC supporters will fill the stands on Saturday because they know that okay, let us celebrate our team. And I think for the other schools, the JC Calabar has no chance. But for JC, I think other schools will come in the way of them getting maximum points in their own individual events. So I think that's also a big thing.
Injuries
But
have
where
beat them
K,
bad this year.
Yep, yep. And where
All right, so
Casey
Them,
is
KC all the way. We all agree that KC will blow a
uh-huh.
chop. Who who for second?
JC.
JC,
Calabar? JC.
JC.
Brother,
Yeah,
Calabar is a water done team right now, boss.
yeah. And Calabar coach him now retired the other day to Michael Clark. He left,
You did?
so uh,
So it's gonna be close between JC and who is sir?
he's sick.
It's not going to be close.
Who will be close?
All three of them will be separated by a lot of points.
It,
So
it,
the,
it'll be it'll
most
be
people that
close
are
between
predicting,
it'll be close between third and fourth.
yeah, that is where it will be close. I think Jago and Saint Elizabeth Tech might be sneaking up there in
More,
that third and fourth
more
there.
Jago, more
First
Jago for
instruction
sure.
them just have to avoid Facebook and avoid that
Yep.
kid.
Oh gosh, man, it's going to be a
But no worries,
bunch of
right?
nice.
Remember that we have things to start with on Saturday, so we're going to avoid some of it.
Yeah, yeah, we definitely avoid most of it because they can't deal with it at all. But
But when we did our calculations, and most people that I've seen predicted with their points calculation, they have Kingston College winning by close to over 50, if not closer to 100 points. That's how deep the gap is.
yeah, man.
So it's when it's that deep, this is where I kind of switch my attention to look at athletes now. And especially over on that female side, that 100-meter man is one that will go far away into the history books, I believe. I think the record is what, 11.13 by Veronica? Or 11.11, I think. I stand corrected, but it's somewhere there about. Now we look at the athletes that will compete in. I think it's Tina that has run 11.09 already. And then we have one Brenna Liston who ran 11.14 this season. So Ryan, I'm going to start with you. Out of the two, who you has as the top athlete winning this event, and do you think the record will be broken?
Um, would it be an upset if the world champion does not win at a school event?
No. Personally, for me, I don't think so.
No, but the world looking on, them will be like, what she run for your school and she's the champion of the world and lose. The optics
But
of it, you know.
uh-huh.
No,
But
the
look
thing
at it from
is,
this. Shoot him.
We know
Shoot him.
we understand the situation, you know. But the
no,
world looking on now, you know, they might look at it and
no,
wonder
I don't.
how that happened.
Not, I don't think the world will look at it that way because so like it depends who you lose to as well. Because Brianna Liston has been a wholesale name since she has come onto the scene. Obviously, she got hurt and the whole transfer stuff, and then she took some time to get herself together. So I think if she's beaten by Brianna Liston, I think everybody will say, well, Brianna Liston is just a better athlete. In that in that
We
in
going
that
to that.
space.
We going to that. I
No, I
don't
think the
think
whole. Yeah, I think. Listen, well, you're right, because
He's right. We who understand the sport.
let me show you. Let me show you something. But then our group chat, Zine, track on for your group chat. And a youth, I guess when them said Tina and Tia withdraw from the 200, he was so furious. The man said, this is why I can't rate the twins them. I can't rate them because them withdraw, them afraid of listen. And some said to him, say, how is it that we are blaming? How is it that we want two things? So we want our athletes to be preserved so that they make it to pros without being burnt out. But no, when them withdraw, and I guess they take away our personal satisfaction, they know we don't rate them or we cost them or whatever. I don't know. What was the reason that he gave why he
the
withdrew?
court was a good reason. Read the fact that they have character
They have
and
character right
something else.
after. And they
The
want to go to
That
following
world
that
week,
was
championships too.
that wasn't really the reason he gave. He said that they have adequate people in the event that can get them points, so they don't need to risk them in the event.
no
But
man, he mentioned character and he mentioned another
he did
event as well.
afterwards. But what I'm going to say is that had Lister not been there, would that change the situation of the coach?
It
Hypothetically
probably
speaking, because we don't
it
know.
probably it probably would have, right? So I think when you all right, I think character has a thing to do with it because I think character.
Yeah.
I think the character games is like a week after, if I'm not mistaken. It's like
Uh,
a week or 2 weeks
Yes, the
after
following week.
champs.
The
yeah.
Yeah,
following week.
following week. There we go. And then
Normally
I
that.
think they want, and I think they want to go to world championships as well. They want to go to the trials at least. So that's the order that they have going on. However, I also believe that the coach is smart enough to know that got 200, Brianna Liston is unbeatable. If she
She
don't
does
fast
what?
start, she's unbeatable, right? And I think they're trying to. I think more than one thing. I think they're saving the twins' psyche. I think if you're and we spoke about this before. Anisha McLaughlin and Simone Facey. When Simone Facey whopped Anisha McLaughlin at champs in that 200 meters, I never believe Anisha McLaughlin was the same ever again
You went the
from that
wrong
walk.
place, bro. You went the wrong place. Usain Bolt, Jermaine Gonzalez, no further than there.
Yeah, the
From
thing with
Usain
the thing with
whooped his
the
ass.
yeah the thing with Jeremy, he pulled up though, so you can you pulled up.
Was that
So
Like
before Anisha was world silver medalist or before?
no,
I don't
after.
remember the time. I don't remember the timeline.
Yeah, I really don't remember, but I just know that, and she even spoke about it afterwards.
No,
She
the
spoke
reason I'm
about it.
asking that, the
Yeah.
reason I'm asking that is you mentioned it mash up her psyche. So
Yeah.
maybe if it is that she was world silver medalist, she would
Mm-hmm.
start second guess herself.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm
I don't
leading back
remember.
to
Mm-hmm.
interesting
Tina
twist.
being gold medalist, world gold medalist.
Yeah.
And her losing, what it can do for her mentally. You see
But
where I
didn't
come
they?
from?
I see where you're coming from, but didn't they say that Tia was the better 100-meter runner? Didn't they say that? I think they
No,
said Tia was.
but but look at it. Tina doesn't have 11:09 in the 100.
Yeah, but I think
I
I
think
don't.
Tia, I
That's a,
think Tia, I think Tia is the one that is better at 200 meter.
no.
Tia
Which
is the
one of them?
200, yeah. Tia is the
wh-
200.
Which which one of them fast started?
Tia,
That's Tina.
No.
no, Tina fast started at champs.
Tina false
Okay,
started,
all right,
yeah.
yeah. So she's the better one, go 100. She's the better one, go 100. All right, sure. So, all right. So this is what I'm saying. I believe that the coach know that, hey, if I run her and she lose, one, it's going to mash up her psyche. Two, I don't know what I can tell her because you remember Tina come out and say, oh, she was disappointed that Liston didn't show up for the 100 meters
Yep.
because they were running under instructions and they know that they can beat her, yada, yada, yada. So they probably can beat her go 100 or Tina probably can beat her go 100. But 200 is absolutely no chance, like no chance whatsoever. So
None.
I'm looking at that and I think the coach is saying, okay, well, we'll probably come second and third in this race. So, hey, if we put in two other girls, I think they can come second and third as well, and we get the same amount of points.
Yeah.
I think they would have put in Serena Cole and Brandy All. I know that those two are part of the Super 4x1 team as well.
Yeah, they'll be fine.
Yeah.
I think they'll be fine. So I think what the coach is doing, because I know that it can have, and I guess the coach is more close to them, so he knows how they are mentally. I think
Coach
I've
is playing a
beaten.
numbers game.
Yep.
Yep.
And I think a beating of this nature can really affect them, really and
I know
truly.
what I know what also comes
Mhm.
he can risk doing things like these and take this calculator risk I mean because they're so far ahead of the opposition. Is that the case as
Yeah.
if let's say Serena and Brandy all fail in 200 meter? I'd still not gonna catch him in the title race. So he can't afford to do these things. You know that
What
if it was close, this is where he'd actually put in his big guns. But there's a need
what
to do
I'll
that.
say is I think Heidel is much closer than JC is. I think Heidel is
Yeah,
much closer than JC is, and I think I wouldn't be if Heidel win champs. I wouldn't be surprised.
I've been
I
doing
Really?
wouldn't be.
second for what
I
2 years
wouldn't
now.
be. Yeah, I
No, I
wouldn't
think
be. I think
Heidel has been a work in progress for
yep.
a
For
few
the
years
last
now.
5 years,
Yeah, but
5 years, they
I
have
still don't
even
have
if
them winning this one, but let us see.
no, I don't have them winning enough. But should they win, I would not be
Wouldn't be a
surprised.
surprise. Yeah.
I would not be surprised the way how they have went about their program, they have built their program. And if you notice, it's Heidel group of schools. So, I used to go to Vaz. And Heidel, when I was at Vaz, we used to beat Heidel left, right, and center. When I left Vaz, Vaz never see back another prep champs after that. It was Heidel all the way through. And what they do, when some of the students will move from Heidel, they go straight into the high school
Yeah.
under the same tutelage. So they started building. If you notice, Heidel they start come up in the rankings, in the top 10, in the top 8, in the top 5. No, second in the top 3. So now I think they're waiting now to make the next step. And I wouldn't be surprised if not this year, then I know next year for sure. I Heidel will win champs for sure.
And if you look at it, they have produced a few decent athletes over the years now because you look at Cherokee Young the other day, sure, not 52nd flat as a PB, not
Mm-hmm.
bad at this stage of the season. And then the one that I'm really looking forward to, she hasn't really hit the ground running as I expected, is Shan Summon because she's the next one that came through there and expected to see a better from her, but she hasn't gone on as it. But they've been doing their thing.
Mm-hmm.
And here's
But
Kish saying that people look out for my cousin Anishka McDonald, who's competing for St. Jagan Nigel. What class?
what class kids should look out for her? Make sure say she in the medals. Make sure say she's in the medals. No one know.
But
And
that's
All
the
right,
next
here's the
person that I'm
deal.
looking forward
Here's the deal. Here's the deal. If she
to.
don't medal, ish, don't allow to celebrate the KFC.
Kish, what you said to that? Agreed? But
uh,
another athlete that I'm looking forward to see is a guy in the triple jump for Casey. His name is Jaden Ebert. I don't know why, but I just rate this youth. He went to Worlds last year, and I think he came second. So I'm really looking forward to see what he actually does at this championship. So a lot of interesting action to take place across the
your
next couple
your
of years.
your family are run.
I don't see him on any starting listing, so it seems like he's sitting out the year,
Oh, okay. Probably
Mm.
which is weird.
Get him
When we
ready for
coming
next
after,
year.
He didn't run last year. Remember that champs happened last year? No.
No chance last year, boss.
Last year?
No chance.
He wasn't
Champs
there last
last
year.
year. No, there was champs last
the
year, but
year
not the year
before that
before.
wasn't Champs. Champs was
Yeah,
last year,
Yeah.
man.
He never ran
yeah,
last year.
yeah, man. Make him go and get ready, man. Don't want to put the young guns on and get blaze up. You
Yeah,
feel
man,
rough out there.
man. We still want to beat him doing it because The year that he should have medal, the man go and play with other youth and they told them injure each other. Boom, champs failing. But he came back the following year and the next guy came back the following year and got third place in the Forge to meet Derek Grant. He's running in class one this year. So Kisha agreed, Ryan, that if she does a medal, she's not going to the
Wow.
celebration in case he
Why
victory.
it look like say this look like this high jumper is in top form, man. If you go look at the
Actually, she
predictions
is.
book.
She has
Yeah?
been top three all season long.
Top three all season.
Yep.
I wonder if she going boss Kali Spencer or Natalia Gould. I wonder
I think she'll finish top three, man. She has been good.
Lord God, some more KC celebration. Tough, tough,
Yep.
tough, tough.
But at the time that just looking forward to a good championship. Know that it starts tomorrow. The 100-meter final will be on Wednesday. Now that we're accustomed to this Friday business, but it will be on Wednesday this time around. And I expect to see a lot of fireworks. So people go out and support the thing. I like to
Yeah,
see you
wonder
and the reviews and all
what
that.
champs are compound. Which one? If anybody have
You have one spot
one
needed.
spot media, just send me the link. I don't have no money, but send me the link though, so I can watch it, please.
Alright, if I can find the password, I'll send it to you. Because I logged in from way whenever and for some reason I got logged out. But if I can find the password, I'll send it to you. But I some that I'll scour through YouTube to see if I find any link because I know that a few on there might be having live feed as well, so I'll get to it. But this is where we're going to call it a night. So I'm just going to have you guys talk about anything else for a minute before we close it off. So I'll start with Ryan. Go ahead.
Well, what did I mention? Let us see how Chelsea approach going forward. The unbeaten run has ended. Let us see how we bounce back from that. The demonstration against that Cubs guy, I don't know nothing about him. I was asking you guys some time ago about the dude. I don't know why they're so strong against him. I hear that something about some racism or whatever else.
Muslim.
But, but
And
then
I
again,
mean,
that's Chicago. Chicago is very racially divided. So I guess there must be something to it why they don't want him. And let us see if the fans get what they want this time. Because recently fans are coming out very strong in football. So let us see how this one goes. The World Cup draw. Well, we discussed that already to some extent. But um, there's this. I think this is the most balanced draw I've ever seen in my life. I don't know how
Facts.
they pull this one off, but it's a very balanced draw. You, I think though we are sleeping on some teams that we should not be sleeping on. And funny enough, England group is the toughest group by FIFA ranking.
yep,
And if you look
yep,
at it on paper, it looks easy. But when
yep.
you look at the ranking of the teams, Iran is like the 20 or something like that,
21st.
or 21, yeah, because and they have been unbeaten for like 20 odd games or something like that.
Yeah.
So
USA
they're
is
not a walkover.
15th. USA 15th.
USA
Like,
15, USA have a young squad that
yep,
can create damage if them gel together. They've been playing
yep,
together for like a year or something now, so they have
yep,
like 6 months now to get a,
yep,
a closer knitted, to
yep.
become more of a closer knitted unit, and they have World Cup, not World Cup, Nations League to do that. So it's not. There will be some surprise in this World Cup, so it's not a foregone conclusion that the teams we expect to go through will go through.
All
So
right,
there's
talking about that, I think that you just mentioned Nations League because I totally forgot. So Jamaica is in a group with Mexico and Suriname.
for the Nations
Okay.
League
How
Yep.
much? One go through? One go through?
one. Yeah,
Well,
that's what 4 games back, home and away, right? So that's 4 games.
Yep.
Mm. How
I
many
think they will
nations?
be
How many?
there.
How many? How many teams are in Tier A? 12.
I don't remember. I was just watching it
Or if
just to see.
it's three
All right, hold on.
teams,
Yeah. It's 12. It's 12 because there are
it will
four
be
groups
12
of three.
because one you'll have one each coming through.
Yeah, so it's four groups of three.
Mm.
But
We just need to get rid of
that's something.
Mexico at least one time
Yep.
and hope
That's
Suriname
to mention a
don't
key
beat
thing.
because we're good for that.
Yeah, so just mention a key thing that hope that fans get what they want because of late fans have been getting that. So I agree because Man United fans want Ten Hag, but ex players and the rubbish players at the club want Pochettino. So I hope that the fans get what they want. Kems, your minute.
Um, Lakers, lose
Street
again.
goes.
That's all I have to say. But Ryan, let me ask you a question because one of your fellow Chelsea supporters said that because of the divorce that Tuchel is going through, it's
He's not a
hampering the
Chelsea fan in the
team.
Kems.
Oh, he's not.
No, he's a United fan.
Oh, yeah, but he said
But
the
Tuchel not
divorce.
just if Tuchel is going through a divorce and we hear about it today, Tuchel never start go through the divorce today.
Exact thing that Kem said.
I don't know.
So it's a non-argument.
I think that's pretty common sense. Yeah, if you go through a divorce, like whatever you feel that a long time ago. No, when the divorce start get filed, all of the feelings done gone already. But hey, and my next thing now is I am bringing. How many did I say? I forgot. Oh, um, the velocity meet. Didn't want to talk about the track meet. The girl, the Shakoria, whatever she want. I think
Wallace.
Williams or like Wallace.
Wallace.
Watch out for that. Watch out for that one from MVP. She started doing track in her 20s, just run a personal best 11.15. Absolutely perfect form, tall, upright. I think Frana find another one. I don't know if she's going to be Elaine
What's
good
her
this
name?
quick.
Shakoria
Shakoria
Wallace.
Wallace.
Where she's
28.
from? What school she went?
Yeah,
Can't.
she never do tracks in high
All
school.
right. The fact that not struggle so much, that means that she
No,
wasn't
no,
a champ.
No
she
problem with
never do
that too.
tracks in high school. She didn't do track in high school.
So she just turn up so.
She went to
Trust me.
MVP. She wanted to do track. She went to MVP.
Ryan, trust me. You see, if you say I'd seen that girl last year, you couldn't believe it's the same girl this year. Last year that girl had a bang, like literal big belly. You see, no, slim and trim and as Kim
Yep,
Was
just
it the
pointed
same
out.
thing? Did it end the tracks or did she the tracks
she did.
at,
She did.
Yeah,
at champs?
yeah.
Yeah,
It
she
was a
never
But
special
it
good
at
was
though.
champs.
tip 6, 7 thereabouts.
She
It
never
wasn't
special at
special.
champs. Okay.
Nope.
Mm-mm. And then, for the boys, oblique civil, that 10.06 at this point of the season look like him can go sub 10. Look like him can probably make the semi-finals, squeeze into the finals if he get a good semi.
Good job.
Johan
So
Blake
many
should
one now,
be
22.
21.
Johan Blake should be thinking about retirement right now because I don't think he'll even make the relay team. How bad he is right now, I don't think he'll make the relay team. So
I said Zarna
um,
should focus on flying.
no, Zanel a good athlete, man. Zanel a good athlete, but he can multitask. But he's a good athlete. But I think Civil is giving us something where we can just look forward to say, all right, we have a Jamaican in the final wearing the colors. But that's it for me.
All right. Once again, guys, thanks for tuning in. Keep the support coming. And as I said to you guys, if you haven't already followed our Mails podcast, ensure you go over there and drop a subscription. A lot of interesting topics over there. And you know what we'd appreciate? If you guys go back and watch from episode 1 and comment on the video itself. We don't only want the live comments. We need some comments on the video that's already done. So you can go and watch back from episode 1 straight through until episode 11, and that's you covering the entirety of season 1. So go over there and give us the support. We need it over there as well. Just as I encourage you guys to subscribe to the Sports Frenzy channel. So keep on the support coming, and big up to Josh Carl for making this possible. Big up Kims, big up Ryan, and big up to all of you in the comment section. And Latoya, I hope that you honor what you said because we're going to remember if your
Mm-hmm.
cousin doesn't medal, we don't want to see any sort of celebration from you at all. So until tomorrow, where we'll be talking about some champs and also some Champions League. Big up to each and every one of you. Enjoy the rest of your night.
Nah.